Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Kyra J. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here because you loyal and you like me and you've been watching my videos, welcome back. So in today's video, obviously it is a makeup tutorial. The look in question, okay? We wanted to do fall. I wanted to do fall. It's October. Still hot as hell in Houston, but I still wanted to do a fall look for you guys since it is the season. And this is what I came up with, something really simple, something more on the matte side, and just something that, like, I don't know, I just feel like anybody could do and wear. But I'm gonna stop talking. If you guys are interested in seeing how I got this look, the full breakdown, technique, products, all that, then keep on watching. So I'm gonna start off with the Glow Recipe Strawberry BHA Pore Smooth Blur Drops. And lately I've really been liking priming with two different primers because I feel like I like to use a primer that first will like blur out my pores, and then I like to use another one that's gonna give my makeup something to stick to. And then for my second primer, I'm going to be using the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. Y'all, I have been loving this primer lately. It is so expensive though. I literally was just like, after I was in Sephora, I was like, we're going to buy it. But it's so good. It really is so good. And it's going to last me such a long time. So next is a step that I don't always do, but I always see a difference when I do it. And that is color correction. So as you guys can see, I do have like a deeper complexion around like my mouth, which most women of color do have. And so I'm just gonna take my LA Girl Pro concealer. This is the orange color corrector, and I'm gonna put this on the back of my hand. Ooh, that is a lot. I don't think I even need that much. And then I'm gonna take my Real Techniques brush and just blend that on the areas where I have that hyperpigmentation. This is going to help my foundation to look a lot more even tone, and it will also prevent my foundation from having to do most of the work of correcting my complexion. So now that I've color corrected, we want to set that, and I'm going to be using a translucent powder, one that's the same skin tone as me, and that's the One Size translucent setting powder in the shade Dark Deep. And not only is this going to help me set the concealer that I just applied, but it's also going to help my makeup to last longer. So I'm actually going to put this setting powder all over my face, which again is going to help my makeup to last longer. And I also like putting this on my eyebrows because I feel like sometimes my eyebrows can get a little bit oily. The only place I avoid putting it is like right underneath my under eye, because I don't want that to get dried out, because if it's really dried out and I put product, it's going to crease. And as you can see, my face just looks really mattifying. So I'm going to hop off the face for a second and go into my eyes. So for the first step, I don't have any like tape to use. So I'm going to use a band-aid for this. I want a really crisp eyeshadow look. And so again, I don't have tape, so I'm just going to be using a band-aid. So I don't always do this, but I'm going to today. I'm going to be using my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. And the reason why I want to is because we're going to be doing a matte look, and sometimes when you use matte shadows, it can crease on me, especially because I kind of have hooded lids. So I just want to kind of prevent that from happening. So now that the eyes are primed, I'm going to take my e.l.f. Camo Concealer in the shade Tan Neutral, and I'm going to use this to even out my complexion on my eyes because I do have dark circles. So before I finish my eyes, I am going to do my brows really quick. And I'm using my Morphe micro brow pencil. This is in the shade Chocolate Mousse. And what I personally like to do is I like to use lash glue on my eyebrows. Some people use brow gel, but I feel like brow gel just doesn't dry down quick enough for me. Or maybe I just haven't found one that I actually like. So I just use a little bit of lash glue, just a little bit. And then I'm just going to brush this up and brush my brows up and put them in place. Okay, so now that the brows are done, we're going to move into my eyes. I'm not going to clean up underneath my brows because I don't really think I need to. I just got my brows done, so I think I'm good. So for this look, I am just going to be using one palette, and that's going to be the Morphe 9T palette. Now this palette looks so raggedy because it's been through it. Like, I don't even have the mirror anymore. It broke off and everything. But this palette I love so much. I've already hit pan on some of the shades, and it's just a go-to for me. So this entire look is going to be used with this palette. Going in with my Morphe M441, I'm going to hop into this brown shade right here. And I'm gonna allow that to be my first transition shade. So I'm kind of focusing first on my outer corner, and then I'm kind of blending it inwards. And then I'm just taking whatever product is left and I'm sweeping it towards the front. And then I'm going to take whatever else I have on my brush, and I think also I'm just going to add just a little bit. Like, I'm literally just going to like dab it in there once, wipe some of it off, and then just kind of blend over here. So next I'm going to take my Morphe M506 and I'm going to hop into this black shade right here, and very carefully I'm going to start sweeping kind of like it's eyeliner. I'm actually going to slightly apply this in my crease as well. Okay, so now that we're blended, we're going to go into the lid shade, and I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use this one as my lid shade, but I'm not going to go, I don't want to like tap too much into it because I want to make this real light. So I'm actually going to brush off a little bit and then just kind of lightly dab onto my crease. And a little bit above my crease as well. The eyes are pretty much done, so I'm gonna go ahead and finally, take these off. So next we're gonna apply our foundation, and I have been using the MAC Studio Radiance foundation for the past like 3 weeks, like consistently, and this foundation is so good. Like, it is so good. When I tell you, it just like, my skin just looks so good with it every single time. So let me go ahead and show you guys. I'm just gonna do one pump. Yeah, one pump is fine. And I'm just gonna start applying this to my face. So I know it seems a little bit light right now, but when I blend it in, it looks like my skin, okay? It looks like my skin. I'm actually gonna go ahead and put some setting spray on my face just to kind of get the product moving so that it moves more easily, especially because we did put powder on previously. Okay. And then we're gonna use my beauty blender and just blend this all out. So next is actually a tip I got from Jackie Aina. So I'm going to use that same shade I used on my lid, the concealer, which was e.l.f. Camo Concealer in the shade Tan Neutral. And I'm just going to start, putting that just right in the corner and kind of reverse conceal. Because I do like a bright under eye, but I think sometimes when I put like the brightest shade on top, it can just make me look a little washed out. So I'm actually going to put that on first. And then I'm going to put on like my natural shade. So I'm just going to blend this. And this step is honestly optional. I feel like it might be a little extra. It's really not necessary. And then I'm going to carefully bring this foundation upward and where that definition is, because I kind of want to clean up this line a little bit more. And as you can see, I'm making sure that I keep the product up here. I don't want to bring it down, like blend it downwards. So next I'm going to take my MAC Studio Fix concealer. This is in the shade NC50. And I'm going to place this right on top of that first concealer. We don't even need a lot. And then I'm going to bring it up around the outer corner of my eye. And I'm also going to conceal my chin and the bridge of my nose. I am noticing my skin looks just a little bit red. I think it's because of that color corrector. I might have put too much, but mistakes happen. And we're going to clean it up. And I'm gonna blend it under my eyelash so that it has a minute to kind of like dry down, because I want that to be the most pigmented. I'm gonna start blending. And as you can see, oh, it looks so good. And this line is just looking so much more defined after the concealer. Yeah, so it looks amazing. So next I'm gonna go ahead and bronze with my NYX bronzer in the shade, this is actually a cream foundation in the shade Coffee Bean. This has been a staple for me for like so long. It is so good and I love the shade. And I'm gonna apply this directly on my cheekbones because I like to give myself like a lifted effect. I haven't really been into contouring that much lately. And I'm just gonna apply it around my forehead. And then I'm going to contour my nose as well. But yeah, like this has been a staple for me for so long, but I honestly need to give it a break. I know that NARS has some cream bronzers that I really want to try. Have any of you guys tried it? How is it? Should I buy it? I'm gonna buy it anyway, but I just want to know. And then I'm gonna take this angled brush from Real Techniques and get to blending, and I'm going to blend upwards. I always like to blend into my concealer just to kind of make sure everything just looks really blended and seamless. And then I'm going to take this other angled brush and blend out my nose contour. And then I'm going to blend it into my eyeshadow. And I'm actually going to go back and take my beauty blender and kind of clean up anything that I might have messed up before I seal this all in with a powder. So next I'm going to take some setting powder, and I'm going to be using my Pink Lips Cosmetics setting powder in the shade Deep Honey. This setting powder is so good. Not only does it go on my skin like butter, like literal butter, but why did I pronounce the T's like that? But it just, I don't know, this shade is just everything to me. And I'll let you guys see it. I feel like it's really hard to find a really good deep setting powder for dark skin, but this one just like, it just hits so well. So I'm just gonna take some of that. And this is a Black owned business, so you guys should support. You also can find their products in some of the Targets. Okay. I'm just going to press that into my skin. If you've been watching my videos, you know that I'm not a baker. Like, I do not bake my setting powder. I just press it in my skin. And then of course on my forehead, pretty much I like to set anywhere where I might have put some like concealer. I don't like put it, obviously we're gonna like set the bronzer, so I don't need to put it there, but like above my brows for sure, and then the bridge of my nose. She's looking so brown, oh my gosh. So this is another product that I've been using a lot of. Like, I literally like have not let it breathe. I've been using my NARS Laguna bronzer in the shade Laguna 6. Now, when I first got this, I felt like it was a little bit too light for me. But when I tell you it is perfect, I think I'm just always used to using really like dramatic bronzers and contours, that this one was actually the one I probably should be using all the time. Like, it's subtle, but you can definitely tell it's there. You know what I mean? I'll show you guys, like, this is just so perfect to me because like it's not too much, like it's not too much at all. So anyways, this is something I've been using a lot lately. Love it. Do the same to the other cheek. And of course we need to set the forehead and then set my nose contour. So I'm gonna add some blush, of course. And you know, I recently learned this hack to use the NARS eyeshadow in Persia to use as a blush, because I love me an orange blush. Like the Juvia's Place Blush Duo Volume 1 has me in a chokehold, or has had me in a chokehold for like the last like 2-3 years. But I recently discovered this. You guys follow Kaser Kobe, I hope I pronounced her name right. She put me onto this hack, and I'm just like here for it. So just applying a little bit, just to add a little bit of like color to my face, but I don't want a lot, because I do want to keep this just kind of like brown, you know. And I actually want to add a little bit to my forehead just for additional color, just a little bit of color, right? I'm gonna set my face with my Morphe Continuous Setting Spray as always. So one thing I forgot to do, I forgot to add a little highlighter shade. We're going to use that same palette, just this lighter shade right here. And I'm going to add just a smidge to my brow bone. Ooh, that's kind of a lot. We're just going to blend that out just for a little highlight. Just a smidge. So I don't want a naked bottom lash line, so we are gonna spice her up a little bit. I'm gonna go in with that brown shade once again, and I'm just using this like angled brush, just something really small. I don't want too much on my lower lash line, but I do want something. And so I'm just kind of gonna smoke that in there, starting from the outer and working my way in. So we're going to take the black shade that we used previously, and we're going to do the same thing, working outwards to inwards. But be very careful when you do this so that you don't add too much. So the lashes are on, and tell me these lashes are not sexy. Like, I feel like they make my eyes look so good. Super natural, super like wispy, just like, yeah. These lashes are so cute. So one other thing I'm going to do to my eyes, and then I'll be done. I am going to go back into that light shade with just like a, this is the Morphe M431, and I'm just going to apply just a little bit to my what is this, whatever this is, wherever this is. And for lips, I'm going to go in with Cocoa Bean from Juvia's Place. Next, I'm going to go in with Velvet Teddy, or this is Teddy 2.0. So this is like a variation of Velvet Teddy. And I'm just going to apply that in the center. M.A.C smells so good. And it's kind of sweet. Period. I'm going to add the M.A.C lip gloss. This is in the shade See-Through. Okay, you guys, and this is the finished look. I feel so freaking pretty. It is a shame I'm going absolutely nowhere. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I really enjoyed filming this. I think this look came out so beautifully. Like, it's just giving like fall realness, you know what I mean? And it's like so simple, but like, I don't know, I just feel so pretty, and I feel like it's just like not like a whole bunch going on, which is why I really like it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and also go ahead and turn on your notification bell so that you guys know when I post another video, because another one will be coming up shortly. But yeah, again, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.